What are your thoughts on the current state of the world impacting the youth?
I feel like social media is the plug. Like it's the plug and the outlet right now. People go there for attention. They go there for news. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, but all of this stuff is controlled by the government anyway. So I feel like they're allowing us to see and use what they want us to see and use. So I feel like things like when I was growing up, or like when my parents stuff was growing up, like the world is 100% different. Like it's so many other things. Like they just more, they're being introduced to things a lot sooner than we were when we were kids. You know what I'm saying? So taking that into consideration, our parenting have to be better. We have to be more aware. More aware. We got to take more accountability, and our discernment have to be a lot higher than what it might have been for us because it's just a lot more going on around us. So.
What are your thoughts on friendships with men versus friendships with women?
Me personally, like my experiences, I just think we have to have boundaries for both, like for male and females, because sometimes a lot of people, we give more than what we have. So oftentimes we feel drained from our friendships, and you really shouldn't. It's the same thing with females. Like I have female friends, but like my female friends are just my female friends. Like it's no like tiptoeing the line or flirting or me trying to make it anything more. Like you look at them as you would look at one of your male friends. So I think it's a good balance. I think as a man you need a good balance. I think man or woman, we need a good balance. You need male friends and female friends, but you have to have people who understand the value of the friendship in order for it to be productive. So I think it's very important.
What are your thoughts on LeBron James' legacy?
I think he is the greatest player behind Michael Jordan. I think he's 1B. And that's not bad. Like I think, like if I have to build, like if I ask you who you build a franchise around, you say LeBron. I'm like that's a good choice. Like you can't argue with greatness. That's what you can't deny greatness. Like I'm not a big Future fan, but when he has a hit, it's like, oh yeah, this is a hit. Like I know it's a hit. You can't deny greatness no matter what you do. LeBron is one of the greatest to ever do it. When it's all said and done, statistically, he probably gonna be top 5 in almost every category, at least top 10, or at least close to it. So you can't argue with that. Like he have a couple of blemishes, but everybody does. So I love LeBron almost as much as I love Michael. Actually, it's close.
What are your thoughts on the everyday chase of money?
I've been hearing my whole life, the money is the root of all evil, but it's not. It's actually a lust for it. The lust for money is the root of all evil. Like the reason why you're doing it. Like I work every day so I can build a foundation for I want to be a pop-up one day. Like I want to be a grandfather. I want to see my family tree unfold, and I want to work to build that like physical foundation for my family. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's a misconception. They throw it in our face to have us chase this money that they have control over. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a big monopoly game. You can't play Monopoly without the money. And that's all they have us doing. So I think people should keep their intentions pure. And by that I just mean if you are chasing money, chase it for a greater purpose. Chase it for more freedom for yourself. Chase it for more freedom for like your actual dreams, things you want to do. Like I don't want to be rich. I just want to be able to take care of my family. I'm not living paycheck to paycheck. I want to be able to go on vacations and things like that. But I don't want like a Lamborghini. I don't want for a Ferrari, a 20 bedroom. I don't need, that's unnecessary. You know what I'm saying? It makes, like, I remember when I was really young, I seen this, this documentary on bees. And one of the bees drowned in honey because he was so excited to have all of this honey. So he just dove in it. But, honey is thick. They can't breathe through the honey. And it's tough to get out of. So the bee ended up dying because he wanted more than what he actually needed. Is a perfect example. I feel like people sometimes when you chase money, it takes you away from what really matters. So I definitely think, it'd be misguiding sometimes. Right.
What are your thoughts on the world trying to drive us away from religion?
Yep, definitely a rabbit hole.
I'm thinking about this choice.
I feel like religion. I think it has a lot of self in it. meaning like people who control it are putting a lot of self in it. I feel like if it was just strictly to what it was probably intended for initially, like when it first came about, I think it would probably be a little bit more productive. But I feel like it's so many religions pulling people who aren't settled in multiple different ways, you know. So I was raised in church, so I understand like how it could control like your way of thinking and how you got to unlearn and things like that. So I'm definitely more spiritual now, but I understand. I remember they was taking it out of schools. We used to pray in school and stuff like, nah, they was like, nope. There's nothing wrong with prayer. I don't see nothing. All prayer is and gospel music, it's all positive affirmations, you know, but there's so many other things tied to it. You know, they try to say which religion is better and everything like that. So I think that's the only thing that's wrong with it, I think, is that we're trying to divide it too much.
What are your thoughts on co-parenting?
My daughter be 6 this year. And we've been doing it since she was born. We had a couple like hiccups, but I think the hiccups was due to might have been me like personally though. It didn't have anything to do with my daughter's name Remedy, so it had nothing to do with her per se. I think it's very important to keep the child first, of course, because nothing's keeping you too attached besides the child. So that's the most important thing. So long as the child's well-being is always in the front, and you both are focused on growing, like, because I care about her mother's growth, she care about my growth, and not just from a sense of like we were in each other's lives before. It's more so like she's the next best role model for my daughter. So if my daughter see me striving, I don't want her to go over there and then see and vice versa. I don't want her mother to be striving and I'm not striving. You dig what I'm saying? So I think it's the most important thing is making sure that the child well-being and have a good role model on both sides. And I know a lot of people are in stereotypical situations where it's not always good, but man, you gotta take accountability. You have to, anything that you can touch, you can change for real. And that's something that I firmly believe in.